Welcome back to the second episode of Mutual Funds for Beginners. In the first episode, we covered all the documents you need in order to make your investment. It's a nice little checklist and I jump into the significance of each of them. So if you haven't checked that out, the link will be there in the description box or on the right corner of your screen. I'm Disha Shah and here to help you make your first investment in mutual funds. I am grateful to have you here and the highest in me recognizes the highest in you. In this episode, we will discuss the history of mutual funds, the safety behind mutual funds, what are mutual funds, and how they function. History of mutual funds. Now, mutual funds in its simplistic concept is the concept of pooling together money from different small investors in order to bring together a larger capital that can then be invested. This concept was first seen in Europe in the 1700s when a Dutch merchant and a broker invited subscriptions from all small investors to form a trust to provide a means for smaller investors to be able to diversify their investment. The emergence of investment pooling was then seen in England in the 1800s, which brought it closer to the US shores, and in India it was seen in 1963, which was an effort by the Government of India and Reserve Bank of India to form a Unit Trust of India, the UTI. Much later, in 1987, State Bank of India Mutual Fund became the first non-UTI. All mutual funds are registered with SEBI, the Securities and Exchange Board of India. This body is in charge of regulating the security and commodity market in India and is owned by the Indian government. The SEBI regularly monitors the AMC, which is the asset management company, to make sure that the interest of the investor is protected. India has many different kinds of investments. You can invest in bonds, stock market, gold, real estate, etc. Now we all know that putting all your eggs in one basket is a bit risky, so you want to invest your money in different places. This concept is called diversification. Mutual funds is a special investment vehicle that allows you to make investments in different places under one roof. Asset management companies are companies that come out with mutual funds. A mutual fund is a basket of different kinds of investments. It can be bond, equity, and cash. To invest in mutual funds, you give your money to an asset management company. Many investors like you and I give our money to an asset management company, which creates a pool of money ready to be invested. The asset management company hires professional investors that decides where and when this money will be invested. When the returns are generated from these investments, the asset management company charges you anywhere between 1 to 2% as a convenience fee and returns and distributes the returns back to its investors. The reason why mutual funds is suggested to beginners is that it doesn't require you to have too much of a capital to be able to make diversified investments. If you have anywhere between 500 rupees to 2000 rupees, you can still make a diversified investment. The second one is you are always in control of how much risk you want to take. You can make investments that are extremely low risk and there are investments that are high risk. You can make anywhere between 4% to more than 30% in mutual funds depending on your risk capacity. Now it all depends on where the asset management company is investing your money. They could be investing your money in stock market or equity, which means it'll be high risk or high returns. And if they're investing your money in bonds, then automatically the risk is low and the returns are low. Now, based on where these experts sitting in asset management companies invest your money, there are different types of mutual funds. The three main types of mutual funds are equity mutual funds, hybrid mutual funds, and debt mutual funds. Equity mutual funds are funds that invest your money in the stock market. The risk level in equity funds automatically is high because it's investing your money in the stock market, so you're advised to take the risk according to your risk appetite. There are different kinds of equity mutual funds: large cap, small cap, mid cap, equity linked savings scheme, that is ELSS, index funds, and many more. Large cap mutual funds are mutual funds that invest your money in the top 100 companies. These companies are well established, more trusted, and have a large market capitalization of over 20,000 crores. Investments in large cap companies are best suited for low risk appetite investors because they are well established. The potential of growth of these companies is slightly lesser, so the risk is low and the returns are also low. Liquidity of shares of a large cap fund is much more easier. This means how fast can you sell your investment and get liquid cash. This is because they are reputed, well-established, and great players in the market. Mid-cap funds are more risky than the large-cap funds and have a higher potential of growth, so generate more returns. The majority of your investment is done in companies with a smaller market capitalization, mostly capitalization under rupees 500 crores. Small cap funds are highly risky and volatile, but because they have an exponential space for growth, can generate really high returns. Sector funds invest your money in a particular sector in the stock market. This can be banking, PSU, pharma, rural, any particular sector. Now, sector funds are highly risky and volatile because you're investing all your money in a particular sector. So unless you know that sector is going to perform well in the coming years or is performing well, it's better to stay away from sector funds. ELSS or Equity Linked Savings Scheme funds are funds that allow you to save tax under the Section 80C. That means you can invest up to 1.5 lakhs over the financial year, and it can be deducted in your total taxable income. An ELSS fund manager invests your money in a diversified portfolio mainly consisting of equity options. They're going to try to invest your money in a higher risk and higher return portfolio. ELSS has a lock-in period of 3 years. Now, compared to the other tax-saving investment options like Public Provident Fund, which has a lock-in period of 15 years, this is a much better option. The last type of equity mutual funds that we will be discussing here are the index funds. Index funds are passively managed funds, which means here you don't have a fund manager sitting and actively investing and deciding how much to invest, where to invest, but it depends completely on Sensex and Nifty. So as and when the market goes up and down, your investments will also go up and down. Index funds are perfect for an investor who wants to invest in equity mutual funds but does not want to track their investments. These are also very popular among investors who have a longer time horizon. The second category of mutual funds is debt mutual funds. Now, these are lower risk compared to equity mutual funds and invest your money in debt instruments like certificate of deposits, debentures, bonds, etc. What each of these terms mean, I will link in the description box, because if I explain each of them in this video, it will be extremely long. The first one is gilt mutual funds. In gilt mutual funds, your money is invested in securities that is issued by the state and central government. Now, because it is backed by the government, the risk is absolutely zero because the government will never not return your money. But they are still subject to a little bit of risk because the change in interest rate happens a lot. In fact, among the other debt mutual funds that we will see, this one is the riskiest because there is quite a bit of fluctuation in the interest rates. The second option is your liquid funds. As the name suggests, here you can convert your investment to cash within a day or two. So they invest in highly liquid money markets like commercial paper or certificate of deposits, treasury bills, etc. Because it invests your money in money markets where the maturity and the liquidation is so easy, it is also compared to a savings account in many ways, or an alternative of savings, where if you have extra money lying around and you don't know what to do with it and you might want to reach out for it soon, say within a month or 2 or 3, and you just want to park it somewhere but not lose out on making money, or you don't want it to lie ideally, then liquid funds is your best bet because you can liquidify it anytime without having too much to think about. And in those few months that it's sitting there, or 90 days or 50 days that it's sitting there, you can still make some interest. The third type of debt mutual funds is short duration funds. Short duration funds invest your money in debt and money market funds where the maturity period is anywhere between 1 to 3 years. This kind of mutual fund is ideal for conservative investors if you're not looking for too many changes or your risk appetite is low. Now, there are many more different kinds of mutual funds like short duration funds, corporate bond fund, credit risk fund, fixed maturity plan, long duration funds, and many more. The third type of mutual funds is hybrid mutual funds. Like I said before, hybrid mutual funds is a combination of the first two. So if as an investor you think you don't want to invest all your money in equity mutual funds, or you don't want to invest all your money in debt mutual funds, then hybrid gives you the option of investing a portion of it in equity and a portion of it in debt mutual funds. Now, depending on the ratio of investing in different types of investment, there are different kinds of hybrid mutual funds. Now, SEBI has declared 7 different types of hybrid mutual funds. We will be discussing a few. The first one is aggressive hybrid funds. In these funds, a minimum requirement to invest in the equity is anywhere between 65 to 80%, and the rest is invested in debt mutual funds. Because of the given ratio, the risk in this is comparatively higher because majority of your money is going into the equity side. The second type of hybrid fund is conservative hybrid fund. This mostly or predominantly invests in debt instruments, anywhere between 70 to 90%, and anywhere between 10 to 25% in equity. Investment in aggressive hybrid fund should be done for anywhere between 3 years or more. Multi-asset allocation fund. This type of hybrid fund invests in more than 2 common classes and has a minimum requirement of investing 10% at least in each class. The most common classes that we saw today are equity and debt. The other kind of classes are gold, real estate, and other classes that they can invest in. Congratulations, we're at the end of the video. Just to recap, we saw the history of mutual funds, the safety of mutual funds, what are mutual funds, how they function, and the different types of mutual funds. When I started out, honestly, this is all that I knew about mutual funds, and in fact there is definitely a lot more information than I first knew. But if you're starting out, and this is the best part about mutual funds, you don't have to know A to Z about it, but if you know basics of what you're investing and enough information to make an informed decision, it is great. And in this playlist, that's what we're going to cover. In the coming videos, we will see how to pick a mutual fund and how to make your first investment. I will leave some links below for you to do your own research on it. So if you have any queries, don't forget to let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed it, let me know. I love receiving fun comments too. You can follow me on my Instagram channel and connect with me there. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and click on that bell icon so you're notified every time I put up a video. All mutual funds are registered with SEBI. SEBI is the exchange. All mutual funds are registered with SEBI, the Securities and Exchange Board of India. The Securities and Exchange Board of discussing here is the last type of equity is monitored regularly to make sure that the interest of the investor is protected. I'm going to just repeat all of that. All mutual funds are registered with SEBI, the Securities and Exchange Board of India. All mutual funds are registered with SEBI, the Securities and Exchange Board of India. This board is the first type of mutual fund. Wow. Now, it is risk